Hello Taurus, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Taurus for the week of August 29th. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go ahead and see what we have here for you, Taurus. Let's see what that card is. Eight of Swords. All right. So some of you could be a little bit stuck right now around something and dealing with maybe an internal situation, but let's go ahead and get all of the cards out here and see what we have going on for you. I am using the Tarot Muka as well as the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. All right. Make sure we're all set up here. Cool. Go ahead and put this up here, and then I'll also take 3 of these Oracle cards. So, taking a look here, there's definitely some type of conflict showing up here in the middle of the overall situation. We'll talk about this more as we go along. This could quite literally be a conflict with a group of people or another person. You have 2 3s in the future. 5 of Wands combined with a 3 card, or in this case 2 3 cards, that can involve a conflict with other people. 3 is a number of Trinity or unity or other people being involved, and it is possible that is going on. It is possible that this conflict is weighing on you mentally, weighing on you internally, as well as we had that 8 of Swords pop out at the beginning of the reading. We'll see if the 8 of Swords makes another appearance here, but this could be going on. The thing is, just because there's a conflict doesn't mean that this is a doom and gloom reading. In fact, if you just take the 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups cards like on the surface level, they're actually very, very positive messages, so do keep that in mind. Let's just go ahead and dive into this a little bit more, but in the overall situation, you do have this 5 of Wands, which you can see the people here on the card, they are battling, they are in a conflict, and the thing is, whoever wins over the conflict here of the 5 of Wands does get the 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands would come next in the suit of Wands, and the 6 of Wands represents some type of victory. And so the other thing about the 5 of Wands, same with like the 5 of Swords, it's a card where you are kind of leveling up. And what I mean by that is, you know, in life, we have to deal with conflicts, losses, and challenges. And it's many times through those periods, many times when we go through a period of struggle like that, we get stronger, we get better, we get bigger. And you can think of the 5 of Wands in that way as well. So, you know, conflicts come into our life for a reason, and many times it's like a little bit of a test from the universe. Again, I don't think that this is doom and gloom, but it is showing up here. Now, in the past, you have the 9 of Pentacles as well as the 4 of Cups. So the 9 of Pentacles is about financial independence. This person is like satiated, okay? This person is not only satiated, but they're also content. And this person is so content that they are kind of allowing themselves to recognize the value of the value that we should all place on our health. It's this idea that health is wealth, and they're kind of kicking back, laying back a little bit, and kind of just enjoying themselves. And it is very important to do that sort of thing, especially when you're like manifesting or you're working towards abundance or changing your mindset towards abundance. You know, it is very good to recognize and place a high value on one's health. And so, for whatever reason, I'm feeling a need to say that. You have that combined with the 4 of Cups, which it can be about reflection. It can be about maybe meditation or contemplation. You can see if this person's thinking. But this 4 of Cups card is also about boredom and apathy and potentially missing out on opportunities, as you see this opportunity here showing up that they can't necessarily see because they're kind of stuck on what is right in front of them. And so when you get the 4 of Cups, it's a good idea to maybe think at a different level or think big, or think in a new way, because there could be something that you're maybe just not missing. The thing is, when we get into periods of boredom and apathy, our health, it could be a sign that our health is not where it needs to be. And this could just be like your mental health, your emotional health, your overall well-being. And I do feel like maybe some of you here are moving out of this stage of like, okay, I've been thinking a lot. I've been sort of maybe kind of doing whatever for a while. And I think some of you are now kind of ready to move into action. I should say, if I didn't already, the Nine of Cups is, the Nine of Pentacles, since I kind of made that about your health, the thing is the Nine of Pentacles is a very good card indicating that you really don't need anybody. You're truly financially independent. You can kind of stand on your own 2 feet. So very, very nice energy with that. But maybe it's possible here that some of you are like contemplating your financial independence with the Four of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles as well. But there is this like conflict here with the Five of Wands. Maybe you're internally conflicted about, do I stay or do I go, in terms of your work situation. So in the future, you have the Three of Pentacles as well as the Three of Cups here. So 2 threes showing up in the future doesn't happen very often. The future for you does involve other people when to get a combination of 2 threes here. For some of you, this might be related to your social circle, which comes forward with the Three of Cups. You can see the 3 friends or the 3 sisters here dancing, throwing their cups in the air, celebrating, enjoying. But this can also just be symbolism for your friend group, your social circle, maybe your family group, or people that you spend a lot of time with or spend time with. You have the Three of Pentacles here as well, which is about your colleagues or the people that you work with on a day-to-day. This is about hard work, rewards, and also just like hard recognition and rewards for doing a quality job or doing some hard work. The Three of Pentacles, it can come forward when you are maybe getting noticed. You can see the mentor and their apprentice here. The Three of Pentacles can be like maybe you've crushed it on a work project, or you've done really well on a work project and now you're getting noticed, or you've done something where maybe you are kind of being seen in a favorable light, and it's probably related to skills, like, oh wow, like Taurus, they really can do X, Y, and Z, or they really bring a lot of value to the office, something like that. Let's go ahead and see what this conflict might be around. So you have the Page of Swords, you have the Five of Cups, 10 of Cups, and you also have the Moon showing up here. All right, so there's probably like an air sign or somebody who has qualities of an air sign, which means they would probably be high IQ, or they'd be maybe seen as somebody who's generally intelligent or smart. Or what this person could be is they could be a quick-witted communicator. They could be somebody who is like quick to snap or fire off a response or something like that. This could also be somebody who's, it doesn't matter what sign they are or whatever. This could be somebody who's quite literally just annoying to you. And the reason I say that is you have the Page of Swords. And so you could be dealing with somebody like that. This could be the person you're in conflict with. This could also be somebody who's younger than you with the Page of Swords. Page of Swords can represent disappointing news. There could have been a setback here for some of you in the past, with the Four of Cups indicating like a period of rest and contemplation, or just like maybe even boredom, apathy. The Page of Swords indicating disappointing news sometimes, and then also the Five of Cups, which is about literally being disappointed. Now, this is in the past, so the future looks pretty bright for you, but it seems like in the past there may have been a setback. Could have been around another person or something like this. You could have just gotten news that's disappointing or something like that here. You also have this 10 of Cups, which is really an outpouring of happiness, good times, good vibes, good emotions. It is family energy. You can see the family here on the card as well. And this is kind of a really happy scene, right? I mean, just take a look. The family's together. They're recognizing that they've kind of reached the final cup in the 10 of Cups, which is the 10 of Cups in the Suit of Cups journey. There's a rainbow. The river is flowing, indicating a nice kind of movement of life. They also own this home in the background. There are leaves Leaves are, I think these are leaves, maybe not, I don't know. Actually, I don't think they're leaves, but there's grass. It's a nice scene, right? This is about abundance. The Ten of Cups is typically like emotional abundance, but it's just abundance generally in life. And but it is an energy of family. It is possible that some of you are maybe the conflict is family related, something like that here. The thing is, you do have the Moon card with it as well, which can be a card of deception or something not being as it appears. The Moon can also, in a much more positive way, denote that you need to trust your gut around something, trust your intuition, believe in what you believe in, and be careful that you don't let something or someone knock you off your belief or change your perspective about something, because your gut in this case is probably the best way forward. It's always good to get a change of perspective, but it's never good to be deceived. And so if you feel a certain way about something, there's no need to change your perspective about it. Is kind of this idea that's coming to my mind. So it is possible that this is coming from another person, as the Moon card is around 2-3 cards. Again, 3s indicate other people. Let's go ahead and take a look at what is in these oracle cards here. So you have Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. You have Mary Magdalene, Teacher Awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. You also have Faith, Humanity and Benevolence. Stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. So it is possible with the Moon card, there could be an emotionally charged situation, and you're being asked here to trust yourself and to stay calm in the face of difficulty, in the face of challenge. Maybe something's just internally for you, Taurus, there could be something that you don't have all the facts on. And I would say just be careful of making an assumption or coming to a conclusion about a particular person before you get all the facts at this time. I would say that that's potentially important. Let's go and get some more details on that. So if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. So you have the Death card. Wow. You have the Hanging Man. And you have the Knight of Swords. So I say wow because the Hanging Man and the Death card come one after the other. The idea here is, this is a bigger energy for you. Okay, so the idea here is, so right now the Hanged Man, right, if you look here, first and foremost, it's similar to the Four of Cups energy in that you can see that they are attaining enlightenment here. You can see the halo behind them. They are contemplating, they are reflecting, but they're not taking action. And the idea here is that this person is hanging on to their situation, and they've been hanging on to their situation for a little bit too long. What they really need is to cut the cable, start free falling, number 12, go into number 13, and they need to embrace a transformation. Recognize that when we start free falling, trust ourselves in order to be able to adjust on the fly or to embrace some type of important transformation, right? But you can never get to the point of doing that until you actually let go. And so the Death card is a transformation, it is a change, it can be a challenge, but ultimately it makes you bigger, it makes you stronger, it makes you better, if you will. And the old way of doing something, might need to change for you when you get the Death card in the Hanging Man. In fact, it's a pretty big sign that there may be something that needs to change here. Especially as the Four of Cups, there may be a little bit, Four of Cups, Five of Cups, Hanging Man. It's like some of you need to let go of a disappointment. Or there's something that has been you've been holding on to for a long time, and it's time to kind of release it. There's been a lot of releasing over the past couple weeks here on my channel, on the in the readings that I've been doing on my channel. It seems like there's this big collective message of releasing right now, Taurus, and yeah, it feels like some of you are maybe going through that. You have this Knight of Swords energy. Knight of Swords is all about action, springing forward to victory. And when you get the Knight of Swords, it says strike while the iron is hot and take advantage of opportunities that may be coming forward. It could also be an event that is chaotic. I will also say this, I was feeling this. Swords is the suit of communication, and you have this Moon card indicating deception, as well as the 2-3 cards here. If I were you, I would not come to a conclusion about somebody until you have all the facts, and then I also wouldn't engage in gossip. Okay, that's what I feel like. Because again, communication, swords, communication, other people, deception, or something not being as it appears. I'd get all the facts. Moon can be in an emotionally charged situation. So you have the High Priestess, and you also have the Two of Wands. So now we have two twos. The High Priestess is number 2. Then we have the Two Wands here. High Priestess is secret keeping, or it can be information that is withheld from you or withdrawn from you, which is never a fun thing to deal with. However, on a much more positive note, the High Priestess is the most intuitive card in the tarot. Your intuition and your ability to trust yourself is extremely high right now, and I'd really use that if I were you. The High Priestess can also just be about somebody who maybe is a way shower in your life, but it's almost like an event is providing, you are seeing something based on an event. Like you are seeing a new way of viewing the world, or a new way of operating based on an event that has happened here in the past, something like that, bigger energy. And then you have this Two of Wands, which is about a path, needing to decide on where to go, or researching. I think researching, like I said this message about get all the facts, gather the facts before acting. I would say that's for sure. And then I love it here at the top of the pyramid, you have the Ace of Wands, which is an amazing card, one of my favorite cards in the reading. The Ace of Wands is a powerful it's a passionate new beginning, but it's also the best card if you're looking to physically start something and to gather initiative, which you are looking for here with the Four of Cups, Five of Cups, Hangman. So definitely getting initiative to go in a new direction. You then have the King of Cups, which is all about being able to be calm and collected in the face of challenge. There's choppy waters in the background, the waves are breaking behind this person, but they are not letting it get them down. So trust yourself. I love this message. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.